Hi folks, just a short update on how things are going. Um, we've had some bad news about the bungalow. To us it seemed ideal. It was a lovely modern bungalow, well decorated and everything. But at the last minute the Church Housing Association decided that it didn't fit in with their portfolio, so they withdrew their offer. Which has left us in a position of now having to start at the beginning of again. And look for some property. Unfortunately, their portfolio and their rules are quite out of date. The amount that they're prepared to spend on a bungalow is really not enough. Their argument is that they don't spend a lot, and then that enables them to spend money on adapting the bungalow or doing it up, decorating it and that kind of thing. My argument is if they spent enough money on a decent bungalow, they wouldn't have to do it up and decorate it. But they tell us that there are no bungalows in the area where we want to live. So we've sent them notification for 3 different bungalows in that area. The most expensive is, I think, 3,025. 3,000. Sorry, 325,000. Well, I can't see them going for that. There's another one not far away, which really needs a lot of work doing on it. It's quite small, and that's 205,000, I think, something like that. But it's been totally stripped out, so it needs a lot of work doing on it. So far we've been waiting 18 months for them to find a place. This house is not really fit to live in, this bungalow, in that the kitchen walls are damp. So damp that you can't put fittings into the kitchen on that wall because they just fall off. So I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to take a while. I've actually yesterday sent a letter of complaint expressing sort of what's happened so far and my complaints about the way things are done and how they're done and how they treat people while they're doing it. If I get no response to that, then I shall write to one of the First Estate commissioners who's in Parliament, and try and get him to do something. If that doesn't work, then I might go public and get the media involved and let them know how retired clergy are treated when they're wanting a house. When I spoke to one of the housing officers, he reminded me that Carolyn and I were disabled, and that makes it more difficult. So I suggested that the church built a euthanasia building if they wanted to get rid of the disabled people. And in my letter of complaint, I've sort of put that, we have rights as disabled people. They can't just ignore those rights. But unfortunately, the church doesn't have to follow the rules of the law of the land. And whilst it's very good at telling organisations outside the church how they should treat their staff, they don't treat their own people that way. So we're feeling quite flat about things at the moment. I wouldn't mind, but when I started to go for training, they suggested that we sold our house to help support the family during training, and that they would ensure that we had a property when we retired. They also used to claim that they couldn't increase clergy stipends because we were living in a tied house, which was worth £50,000 a year. So therefore we should count that as part of our salary. I suggested that they should pay me the £50,000 a year, and I would put it towards a house and we'd live somewhere else. I wouldn't mind for a tied house. You've got no rights, you're out. So that's where we are at the moment. But I'm not going to just take any property they offer, and I'm not just going to move wherever they want. They have a list of properties that they send round every 2 months, and they suggested we looked at that. There are 2 houses, 2 bungalows in the north. None of them are in the area where we want to go. There are more down south, but not many more, about 4 or 5. So we'll see how my letter of complaint goes. Anyway, I'm smoking HU Tobacco's Asmara, a beautiful blend. It's got quite a bit of Oriental in it. It's Oriental, Virginia, Latakia, and a little bit of Perique. So I'm enjoying that. HU Tobaccos they use top class tobacco. I'll open it up and let you have a look at the Orientals and the different things in it. You know, you can see it's got a lot of stuff Oriental and Virginia. A little bit of Latakia, not as much as in some of their blends, and the odd little bit of Perique. I'm going to stop there because obviously I'm not feeling particularly chatty. It's been quite a shock that they decided at the last minute that they weren't going to buy the place. One of the main things that put them off is that there's a wall that's got a wooden frame, and they refuse to buy anything that's got a wooden frame in it, which, okay, I can understand, because even though the place is new, a wooden frame lasts up to about 40 years. But as I'm in my 70s, I can't see me living 40 years. And they could sell the place before then. But anyway. This really is a pleasant smoke. The other thing I'm drinking is a whiskey. %. 9 years old. It's the Whiskey Society it's a single malt. Very, very nice. Right. Oh yes, somebody suggested that I bought the jokes back. This bloke, he goes to deliver some farm food to a farmer. And after the delivery, the farmer sort of stood talking to him, and there's a pig in a pen beside him. And he says to the driver, "See that pig there?" And the driver said, yeah, you know, it's not a bad looking pig. So he said, yeah, that pig saved my family's life and my life. And he said, well, how did he do that? And he said, during the summer, the farm caught fire, the farmhouse. He said, that pig put up such a noise, broke out of the pen there, and kept banging on the door and squealing. He said, and we got up and came down and we got out. He said, so that pig, you know, we're not sending that to market. So the bloke said, oh, yeah, did it lose its front leg in the fire? So he said, nay, lad, no. But you don't eat a pig like that all at once. Bye.